Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time it is going to be a DB wager match between me and I'm Sean Pittman. As you can see, it is going to be $20 for the match. Also, make sure to go ahead and check out the Coliseum Discord, the link down below at the very top of the description. If you want to go ahead and do any DB wagers yourself, who knows, maybe you can even go up against me. But going ahead and hopping into this, we're going to see me win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And I'm going to go first, 40 versus 41. I actually don't remember what deck I played. I have Bell, Natty Servant, Talents, Invocation, and Branded Fusion. Okay, so you know how in the video, like, yesterday, I was like, yo, I'm going to try to break Invoked right after I record this video. Well, yeah, it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, all right. I was messaging Joe. You know, He's on my team. He was the guy who won the remote duel YCS with Invoked a couple months ago. And I was like, I'm going to break this deck. Watch. Just watch. And they have Curse, Scarlet, Conquistador, Fawn of Albaz, and Skill Drain. So we're going to have Branded Eldlich versus Branded Invoked. Activate. So Branded Fusion is going to go ahead, dump Fawn of Albaz. Yeah, right. I had the big thing. I played one match with the deck before this. So actually, like, I want to go over this. I want to see, like, what the mistakes were and see how they could have been fixed. So I was thinking, like, I could dump Fawn of Albaz and Alistair for Lubellion, so that way I can get my invocation stuff live. But then I have to shuffle back Lubellion and Fawn of Albaz to make Mirror Jade. So then I have Alistair in graveyard, but I don't have light access or anything. So I'd have to wait a while to get to it, and I'd have to discard a card. And I really didn't want to discard Talons. And I was just like, alright, I'll just go ahead and do this. I mean, if I knew they were on Eldlich, obviously I would have discarded Talons. I would have been fine with that. But I go for Mirror Jade, Natty Servant, and then Natty Servant's going to dump Ash, grab Ecclesia, and then special summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia, effect to go search. It said Cody's deck. And I don't know which Cody they're talking about here, but all I know is I made this deck like by myself, so I don't know who they're talking about. Cody is my son. I assume they're talking about my code, like the Cody on my team. I'm pretty sure who they were talking about. So I said that statement. And I was like, they'll respond and either be like, what, or they'll be like, that's true. Pass, draw Golden Lord. And then activate Cursed, effect, pay 8, feel great, go search, grab Walkero, or pay 8, they feel great, I feel bad because I'm playing against Eldlich, and I realized very quickly that since this deck doesn't have DP in it, this deck has a horrible trap matchup. Like, I saw Eldlich cards, I was like, oh no, not like this. Because I saw right before we played, he was playing a rated match, and I went in just to see how long it would be until we start playing, and he was playing with Eldlich cards, and I was like, nah, he's not going to play Eldlich, come on now. He really did. He really did. So I used Lord effects, send Cursed, and I could have belled that, but Golden Lord onto field is like, okay, right? Because I just Mirror Jade banish it, and then that is like getting closer to winning. Discard Fawn of Albaz, or summon Fawn of Albaz, effect, discard Scarlet, and then in response, I go ahead and chain punishment, otherwise they just start getting all their engine rolling. I dump Omega, and then set skill drains, set the Conquistador, end phase, Walkero, and Scarlet. So I'm going to set Scarlet and Walkero. So they have like all their Eldlich pieces, and then skill drain. I draw Fusion Destiny. I can't do anything with it. Oh, wait. Did I just say this deck doesn't play DP? I meant, like, because I'm trying to end on Mirror Jade and not so much Enforcer. It's like the end board doesn't work against the opponents as often. I don't even know what's in my deck. Fair enough. And then... so I can't use Fusion Destiny this turn, so I just Battle Phase, whoop, poke. And then they activate Scarlet. I chain Bell to that. they're going to Wakero, you know, just to absorb the attack. Main phase 2, I think I made a mistake here, because I go main phase 2 Omega effect, and I use it to put back my Ash Dragon, so that way I'll be able to get to Ecclesia, which makes Night Live, and then it gives me another send off Mirror Jade, since my only targets was the Ash, the Lubellion, and the Abalon, so I didn't have anything else to send off of this. So I was like, alright, I put back Ash, that gets me Engine, that gives me another Banish. I'm trying to banish the Golden Lord, you already know. And I should have thought it through, because they're just going to set, and like, they're going to set Conquistador and Scarlet, okay? And I thought about that, and I was like, okay, but I just, like, start the turn off with Fusion Destiny. I out Conquistador, they can't Scarlet, otherwise they bring out Lord, which gets banished, and then I'm just going to get punished by skill drain. Unless if I top deck good here. And then pass, they draw Gozen. Set it, end phase, set Scarlet, set Conquistador. And like I have a decent amount of testing against this deck. Like I have way too more testing against the deck than I would probably want. What was that? Oh. That was weird. And something in my hood. Then they're gonna activate Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny, go ahead, dump Celestial Dasher, bring out Enforcer, Battle Phase, Enforcer, Poke. You know, I didn't want to like start off a Terraforming Meltdown. They're just gonna pop Meltdown, and then like, cool, I don't have my Invoke stuff no more. So Conquistador 1, okay, Scarlet 2, Enforcer 3, Skill Drain 4, and then I use Mirror Jade 5, just that way I can get access to the Ash. Now, I didn't like drop Night or anything before going to battle phase either, which is tough. I'm just in a really bad situation after that skill drain. Like, really bad. And then pass, they draw Gamma. Standby phase, Enforcer's going to come out. Now they're thinking, switch to attack, battle phase, attack Enforcer, and now I'm going to get the graveyard effect. And also, I summoned Ecclesia. I was like, okay. If I summon Ecclesia the next turn, because I'm going to Terraforming, Meltdown, and try to start with that stuff. But, like, it's just not going to work. I don't know. I guess just, like, yeah, I just lose at this point. My deck can't out skill drain plus big bodies. So, they're going to Golden Lord, special summon itself out. And then end phase, Scarlet, second Conquistador, pass, draw Bell. And then flip goes in, so now DPE can't come back or anything. He said, don't ask. Yeah, but that is tough. So I just set Bell. They go ahead, beat over. And at this point, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. Hear me out here. My deck, all of my engine, at this point, cannot beat my opponent. But, I can Mystic Mine them. I just gotta force out Conquistadors. I don't know this card's Conquistador. I know this one's Conquistador. But the thing that hurts even more is that they've gone through all their Scarlets, so now they can't mess up and use Conquistadors faster. So I'm sitting there like, wow. Like, that actually sucks that they don't have more engine. So they're gonna Prosperity Banish. And I'm like, cool, you know, that's free information I get here. I get to see more of their deck, more of what they're on and everything. Then I see Judgment and TC Boo, and I'm like, oh, Judgment? Now I just lose because, like, the whole thing was, because, like, if you put the cards back, yeah, you see that they'll have 24, I have 24, but I have to terraform it into Mystic Mine, and then I would end up having less cards than my opponent, but I could still deck them out because I'd be able to, like, Nadir Servant, dump Omega, grab back Ecclesia from the graveyard, and then Omega put back Nadir Servant, end phase discard Ecclesia because I have too many cards in hand, and then I'd be able to loop that forever, so I could never deck out, assuming that, like, you know, I went through both of the Walkeros, but then Judgment, and I was like, okay, well, now, like, it's 10 times harder to win in a scenario that was already hard. I drop with the Golden Lord just to get Knight out of hand, set Celestial draw, and then that draws into Droplet and Ash. Pass, they Conquistador, pop Ecclesia, they draw Fallen of Albaz, switch to attack, and then they're gonna attack with both of those. So I take 3,000, pass, draw imperm, and then I terraforming. So here I'm just like, I have to grab mine. Like I'm getting behind. Like maybe I force judgment. I activate it, and they don't judgment. I'm like, and they say sign. I'm like, okay, like obviously you have Conquistador. Like this ain't tricking no one, okay. Overlay for Pleiades, battle phase attack. And I know they have judgment, so I have to droplet, discard trap. Otherwise they negate droplet, and then I lose. So go ahead, get rid of that. You could say like, oh, why don't you get rid of talents to save another 1250 life points? But what's another 1250 life points gonna do for me? You know, like. If anything, like, somehow talents drawing after, like, a punishment would end up getting me more. And then I draw Meltdown, and I'm like, well, I didn't really reveal what I'm on all the way. Okay, because it, like, the terraforming kind of shows invoked, but not all the way. So I just submit defeat. Going on to the next game, I'm going to go first. Opening hands. I have Cosmic, Bell, Lightning Storm, Nadir Servant, and Ash. So I think the side deck of... Because, like, usually what I do is, like, you can't truly build a side deck for a deck that you just started building. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have 40 cards in your main deck-ish. And then they're going to keep getting swapped and changed as, like, you actually learn the deck. So then as your main deck changes, your side deck has to adapt to then... Because you have to build your main deck and your side deck together. It's not, I build my main deck, then I build my side deck, or I build my side deck, then my main deck. So I think at this point, the side deck had a decent amount of back row hate. I think it was 1 Cosmic to Sidon going first to out Mystic Mine. 3 Lightning Storm and a Harpies. Maybe no Harpies. Maybe Harpies. I'm not sure. But yeah, hands not. I mean, I have 1 starter. And they have Judgment, Skill Drain, Warlords, Branded Fusion, and Scarlet. He said, "Bro, what is this deck? I don't even know." Then they draw Gamma, and like, just look at their hand. They have Branded Fusion, Gamma, right? That's already crazy. Scarlet, 1 Eldlich card, and it's the best one. Like, for this scenario. Warlords. Floodgate. Skill Drain. Floodgate. Judgment to protect from back row hate. Their hand's crazy. I Ash, they Gamma, I Bell. I'm just like, alright. Gotta push through. I was like, what are the odds they can stop Lightning Storm? I was like, no way. I was like, this card's about to go crazy. And then, nope, just went 1 for 1. Then Prosperity. So Prosperity's gonna go banish here. I said it's going to be 6, first time doing it. Yeah, it was my first time banishing 6 with Prosperity. I'd only ever banished 3 with it before. The one match that I had played before that. And he said, you're cool. So I went ahead and banished. I banished all of my links. I was like, these cards aren't going to come up. The Wind is not going to come up because I didn't go ahead and put that into the deck there. So what I'm playing against, obviously. And then Agos I banished. Because I play 1 Agos, 1 Macabo, 1 Purgatrio. I didn't want to banish my branded stuff, so I was like, alright, I'm going to banish some of the Invoke stuff. But looking back on it, you're probably supposed to banish more of the branded stuff and less the Invoke stuff, because you have 6 Invoke cards, while you have 3 branded, like, well, I guess Fallen of Albaz too. But, and then you only play 6 Alistair in this deck. I think normal summon Alistair is actually just bad. I think Meltdown normal summon Alistair is fine. Because if you don't, then normal summon Alistair loses to Bell, which is a very popular hand trap right now. You're playing more normal summons in the deck than you usually would anyways, because now you're playing Fallen of Albaz. Going second, you know, you're going to have 6 cards in hand. I think the deck has like a 28% chance of seeing 2 normal summons, but if you add another normal summon, it goes up higher. I forget the exact math. Again, like 3 a.m. deck building, etc., etc. Usually I like write my math down on decks, and then I start like building a spreadsheet on them and stuff, but I didn't do that with this deck. And then like Prosperity math also on top of it, but Prosperity math doesn't really matter, because like this card isn't going to like just hit a normal summon if you already have one in hand, most likely, because you know, you can hit stuff like Nadir Servant, nice cards like Hand Traps. So I grab Lightning Storm. He says, pack it up. Pack it up. You've been talking to Joe too much. Oh, I remember I said something here. I said, quote unquote, I'll cook up the invoked goose 6 hours before the YCS for you. Me to Joe an hour ago. Yep. I told him, I was like, I'm going to cook the invoked goo. So I popped back row. I know the last card in hand is Gamma. He didn't Scarlet because he wanted Gamma to be alive still. And then I Nadir Servant. So Nadir Servant is going to dump the Abalon. So that way I have Branded Follow-Up, grab Ecclesia, and then summon Ecclesia effect to go search. They Gamma that, which is a misplay because this is just going to grab Punishment. Punishment doesn't hit your deck. So they out it. Unless they're afraid of like Aerial or something. But nah, I don't know. Set Cosmic, end phase. I'm going to get my effect to go search Branded Fusion in the graveyard. They're going to get Scarlet to go set. And, you know, you could be like, oh, hold Cosmic in hand. Hit Conquistador at end phase. But what's the point of doing that? Like, this card doesn't actually do anything right now. Draw. And they draw Branded Fusion. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm just out here getting waxed right now. And they activated it, and I was like, you're nice. Because I felt like I had this game in control. I was like, oh, they just misplayed. I got this. And they summon effect. They're going to banish those, bring out Mirror Jade, and then on summon, Cosmic hit the back row before they can Golden Lord send the summon. And then I take 3,000 from Mirror Jade, pass, I draw Called By here. Okay, so now we can go over everything, right? I do not have this in extra deck, so my Branded Fusion has to summon Lubellion or Ash Dragon. And here, I wasn't even thinking about Ash Dragon. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was like, okay, I have to Lubellion, right? And then I'll Lubellion, discard Called By, go for Mirror Jade. We Mirror Jade trade. He gets Branded Fusion out of it. I get Ecclesia. And I was like, it's probably not worth it. And I was like, okay, hear me out. I just set Called By, right? My opponent's going to, try to Golden Lord, end me. And it's not going to work. Draw Super Poly, and then like that same thing happened. I was like, all right, I took a turn, sit back, see what happens. I draw a Meltdown. Now here, I have two things I could do. One, Branded Fusion, and then summon Ash Dragon, beat over Mirror Jade, and then Alistair in main phase 2, which does nothing because I went through Agos. Otherwise, it'd be game. And that was like another part I realized my mistake. I just need to learn how to like Prosperity in this deck better. But it's just like, I don't know, like standard stuff like this will happen when you start playing a deck. You gotta like get better with like I guess like the things that seem like the easy things you gotta get good at, right? The hard things, like the actual like gameplay you get from just like playing other decks also. But then also I could activate Meltdown, go search Alistair, normal summon Alistair effect, go search Invocation, activate Branded Fusion. My opponent is forced to Mirror Jade banish Alistair here. Otherwise, I can just Lubellion, make Mirror Jade, banish his Mirror Jade. You can't respond to any of this because of Meltdown. And then just attack with 4,000 for game. So, he would have to banish Alistair, and then Branded Fusion would still go through, and it would summon Lubellion. And then Alistair's banished, so I can Lubellion, discard Invocation to summon Mirror Jade, and then Invocation, grab back Alistair, and then and then like we go ahead and I win. Oh, I'm such a bozo. Yeah, I didn't do that. I was thinking this super hard. Activate, dump. Yes, yeah, I found the correct play though. So I gotta read his other effects. I said fake branded players, shake my head. So he's gonna go ahead, dump that, try to banish Ash, but it's unaffected. Yeah, so I messed up. Again, like I had so many different routes to win this, and then you just like slowly take them and just fumble them over and over. He puts that face, I said think, and then activate Meltdown. I said, it's not as good as you think here. Yeah, just because I got rid of everything. And then Ash is going to go ahead and do its thing. Summon Ecclesia. Go search Punishment. And then they're going to go ahead and get their effect. So their effect's going to go grab Branded Fusion. And now I'm just like, hopefully they don't play 2 Fallen of Albaz. Maybe they side one out. Wasn't sending Maximus just to play? Yeah, you can't send Maximus for this. So now they just activate Branded Fusion, and then this will just end up gaming me here. We'll just fast forward this because she gets Mirror Jade and then attack for game. So yeah, and then I said GG's, and I said run back with different decks. And they said yep. So that will be a video tomorrow. I just decided to use different decks because, first of all, I don't know this deck well enough. And I could, like, physically feel myself throwing the game. So I didn't want to, like, donate more. So then I was like, alright, I'll just do it. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to... I'm just going to put the match in this video, to be honest. Because I just realized what the matchup was, and it wasn't that great. I have a whole bunch of replays open right now. Let's see, can I click the right one? Nope. Okay, there we go. So, we'll just go ahead and go do the run back right now, actually. So, again, me versus Sean Pittman. And then, so once again for 20, just like confirming in chat. And then they're going to win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then they're going to go ahead and decide to go first. They're playing 45, I'm playing 46. Opening hands, I have Souls, Griffin, Foolish, Fateful Adventure, and Valor. They have Temple, Illusion of Chaos, Souls, Griffin, and Temple. So, yeah, I have Valor going second. They're going to activate Temple, Temple effect, Banish, go search right. You can't tell how either of us are playing with this. They're going to bring out Fateful, activate the Illusion effect. So, Illusion will go grab Souls, and then put back. Puts back the Souls. What a goofy play. What's the point of even acting? Like, what was the point of even doing that, you know? Grab Souls, put back Souls. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Try to like trick me or something. And then they're going to go ahead. Search, discard, Griffin summon itself out. Souls effect to draw 2. And then now they go ahead, they draw into Prank Kid Field Spell. They're going to activate the Prank Kid Field Spell. We also see that they're playing 2 Faithful. So, Field Spell is going to go search Roxy's. And I'm just saying, his list is bad, okay? I didn't go over this replay very much, but I was in a Discord earlier. And they were just like, I'm not going to lie, you got sacked game 1. Because I only drew Valor. My deck plays so many hand traps. Because I only played 1 Souls, 1 Illusion, 1 Fateful, the small Prank Kid package, and then just a buttload of hand traps. Because this deck cannot beat Despia without hand traps. Like, your end board, all of your engine will just get broke and you'll lose. It's crazy how good Despia is against this deck. Which is why this deck is not a real deck anymore, in my opinion. Even though it just got second at the YCS, shout out to my boy Ruben. It's not a real deck no more. I'm sorry. It was barely a real deck before. Okay, it was definitely, it was good. But now, no. But yeah, and then like they're playing multiple Souls, multiple Illusion, multiple Fateful, you know, just 45 cards. Like you just tell it's not enough hand traps. Once you become like a Prank Kid player, you can pretty much just tell the opponent's Prank Kid list almost card for card just by like seeing like those 2 inclusions. And then it's just like the rest of the spots is just hand traps. So they're gonna dump Fusion Spell, grab Pranks, and then get rid of those, go for Doodle. So it's like, I don't know. You lose against a deck that doesn't play a lot of hand traps when they win the dice roll. It's like, yeah, I mean, fair enough. You know, that the deck is built for more going first than it is going second. So they're going to grab those back. I'm just saying, my Prank Kid list is clean. Clean with a capital C. Turn those into Bow Wow. And then they're going to get the effect. Gang 1,000, summon out Fire. Special summon out Temple, get rid of those, go for Anaconda, and then Anaconda effect, pay 2k, dump. I'm going to chain Valor here, they're going to chain Griffin. I thought about not chaining Valor. I was like, I don't know, maybe I don't chain Valor, just because it could, like, somewhat reveal what deck I'm on, just because I feel like harder combo decks might not play Valor. But I was just like, alright, draw, and then... yeah, they draw Ogre. And who plays Ogre? A card is a Despia. You can't beat Despia. I should have just played Despia. I really should have. And then I draw. I realize I can't break the board. So going on to game 2 now. Opening hands. I have Small World called by Dracoback, Roxy's, and Foolish. And yeah, I'm just saying, people have been telling me a lot recently that Small World does not belong in any prank kid list that isn't like 50 cards plus. And I'm just like, you're wrong. Like, Small World is it's the best prank kid because it's not a prank kid, right? So like the worst part about prank kids is that you'll draw 2 prank kids and the second prank kid actually just doesn't do anything a lot of the time. So if you draw a prank kid plus Small World, that's crazy because Small World just, works with the other cards in your hand. It can get you Temple, it can get you hand traps. Then they have Imperm, Griffin, Ash, Wind, and Celestial. So I activate Foolish Burial, and then Foolish Burial, Dump Temple, Temple Effect, Chain Ash, Chain Called By. Go ahead, get rid of that. Go search right. And also, I just want to say, I've been drawing Roxy's plus Dracoback way too much. Well, not like too much recently because I've been playing this deck too, but like at the YCS, I think I drew that combination like 3 times. It's ridiculous because it just happens so much. Especially when out Griffin, because you have to like commit more cards than normal. Roxy's, because like, you're supposed to get a free card off your Faithful, but then you just don't. Banish, draw Ash, summon, and then Ash is negated because called by, so I can't even use it on their following turn. It felt really good. I drew it, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Now I'm just the sacker, and then it didn't work. Grab Pranks, and then Doodle Effect, Tribute, add back Fusion Spell, add back Roxy's, activate Pranks, effect, discard the Roxy's, and then we're going to turn those into Doodle. Gang 1,000, summon out Fire, and then Bow Wow, burn for 500, go summon, bring out Wind, set Fusion Spell, end phase Pranks, and then, you just don't put back Meow here because, like, you could put back Meow, but I have Griffin up, so, like, a cross out on Fusion Spell and negate, and then I have double Battle Butler, which just like beats everything, and then I'll have so many prank kid names anyways that it should just be good. So I'll have 3 prank kid names right here, a Battle Butler up here, draw Temple, pass, draw Veiler, they admit defeat, and they sat in draw phase for a second, and I was like, oh no, it's super poly PTSD. Now, going into the 3rd game, we're going to get to see them go first. Opening hands, we have Field Spell, right, Fusion Destiny, right, Bell. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Again, though, only 1 hand trap, which is like, especially like post side deck, is crazy for this deck. Crazy. Then they have Veiler, Celestial, Ogre, Illusion, and Fire. And then activate Illusion effect. So Illusion will now go ahead, search Souls, put back Celestial, normal summon Fire, get rid of that. And I guess they're just doing that as like a droll check. And then burn, summon out Wind, Doodle, Wind. So Wind's gonna go ahead, dump. Said sorry thing, dump Field Spell, special summon out Roxy's, go grab Pranks. And then Doodle effect, Tribute, I said targets, and then just chain Bell. Activate Souls, so Souls are going to dump Illusion, special summon out. Now get rid of those, and we're going to Anaconda. Said 1 sec. Said sec, Sun just woke up, same, my bad. Oh, Tokodi, I said good word. Dump Fusion Destiny, and then dump the bricks. Bring out Enforcer, activate Pranks, end phase Pranks effect, shuffle back and draw. And then go ahead, put those back, draw Ash Blossom, draw Cross out. Still not bad. Then Enforcer effect, trying to play around Super Poly. I already belled anyways, so now it's just like dotKuro, question mark. And I'd have to like dotKuro on my draw phase. Some people might do it at end phase and get hit by Cross out. I draw Field Spell. Also, I shuffle my hand here and it looks crazy. It got right, Field Spell, Fusion Destiny. I'm like, oh, that looks crazy. That looks nice. I go main phase, activate Field Spell. So my thought process here is, okay, first of all, I don't respect Ogre because who plays that card? It's just not a real card right now. It's like respecting, I can't even think, like Moki FTK or something, because this card's just not real anymore. So I was like, okay. And like the other play would have like played in the ogre anyways. But I was like, okay, so activate field spell, grab prank kid, normal summon prank kid, and Forcer's gonna pop said prank kid, and then I activate right, special summon out token. They're only at 6,000. Bring out Fateful, and I was like, now I just go ahead, Fateful effect, search, discard, Draco back, bounce Enforcer, Fusion Destiny, handshake, and then they ogre me, and I was like, oh, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's a little too much. Bring out Enforcer, battle phase, Enforcer, pop, and then I attack, and you see here, they didn't declare Enforcer. Okay, I popped field spell, I popped Enforcer, I attacked with both. He said using sec the graveyard effect, and I said roll for it. Ball never lies. Hey, I'm just saying, ball never be lying though. Okay, and like I'm a horrible 3-point shooter, but I'll tell you this: ball never lies. It never does. It never does. It said, man, I already had typed in shake my head. They didn't, because they would have said it. They rolled a 2, and I said, nah, just playing. Yeah, like, how I see it is, like, I could make Sean Pittman hate me forever for, like, running up his $20. Or I could just, like, not do that, and then it's whatever, because he be playing a lot of Iron Mans and wagers, and I'm going to need a lot of people to play Iron Man. Well, not Iron Mans. Iron Mans take way too long. I actually just despise them. But wagers, I'm going to need more people to do wagers again, so that way I can make more videos. So I had them, I'm not even going to lie. I was thinking here. And then he even rolled a 2, and I was like, oh, man, like, I could just roll here. I'm going to beat him in the roll. And I was like, nah, just playing. I was like, you can resolve it. Said, sheesh. Was called by. And then here I was just curious. I was like, would I have rolled higher? And I did. He said, so is it good? And I just go ahead and summon the Enforcer for him. And then activate Illusion effect. Win or lose, this is content. Yeah, exactly. And I realized right after I said it, I was like, oh, that probably doesn't sound very good. I don't know. Maybe it's like, oh, I don't care if I lose. I mean, I kind of do care if I lose, but, like, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Because, you gotta think, I spent $40 on this video if I end up losing this. And then the video's gonna end up still making me money, you know? So, like, and then I got testing out of it. People that are subscribed to my channel really like it when I'm in the videos, and I can explain more of what my actual thought process was. I said, no prank kid, please, and they normal summon Veiler, and I'm like, let's go, no prank kid. And I was like, okay, now don't draw right. Don't draw right. And they draw Ash and Field Spell. And I'm like, okay, guess what? We're in there. And then active Field Spell. And then I'm still scared. I'm like, okay, because, you know, they're about to get Souls draw now for another draw too. But then they only drew 1. And then they have right. Said, shake my head this game sometimes. Bro, I can't beat it. Assembled into Zeus seems kind of nice. Yeah, imagine. Activate, special summon out the token. And then they're going to bring out Fateful. And they summon the token in defense, which was really weird because, like, you just summon token in attack. Griffin. Dark. Take DPE. Game. But that's, like, not what happened. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So Griffin summon out. And then we're going to see Fateful effect activate. I mean, to be honest, I don't know why they ditched the Ash. Don't you just turn those in the dark, search Draco back? Or was it banished? No, it wasn't banished or anything. Yeah. You just turn those in the dark, search Draco back, and then you Fateful for Griffin. Right? I guess, like, losing Ash doesn't matter. I guess you're just playing around Veiler better. Okay, but that's fine. Go for Dark. Said, yo, it's main phase 1. I'm sick. I'm in bed after this. I said, or play me for 23 more hours, 24-hour wagers. I'm just saying. Which is crazy, because we would have still been playing right now. Because I'm recording the video, it's 1:50 a.m. We would have still been playing right now. We would still have like 4 hours left. So they attack, pass, draw temple. Now here, I make a mistake. I don't dasher summon. I was like, okay, well, I can just activate right and special summon out temple. And then I thought to myself, and I was like, wait, I used my enforcer effect, so now I'm gonna have to summon back. And I was like, alright, now I'm just throwing. Like, before it was like, you know, kind of sack, but now I'm just throwing. Because I could have had temple on board, dasher on board. So now I have to play it a little bit differently, which is like really bad. Activate right, the chain cross out, call right. And now here I should have temple on board already, you know, and then I'd have a prank kid that I could search, so that's a good normal summon. Normal summon out temple, and now I can't do prank kid stuff this turn, so I go for dark. And then up next, I use dark effect. So dark, go ahead, take souls. Then activate temple, so temple's gonna banish itself. And then grab right. I thought about grabbing right from graveyard. I was like, okay, like it doesn't matter because I know they don't have droll, okay. But also, I'm not gonna lie, at the time I didn't know their card in hand. I know that they searched it off field spell, but like it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it's literally like 6 a.m. at this point at the time of this video. I just wanted to play for content, and like I ended up doing a match earlier today, so like that match should be better. Draco back effect to equip, and then I set, and then they're gonna go ahead and called by, hit Celestial, and then I go battle phase. It should be Dasher, but it doesn't matter here. No, it should still be Celestial, 100%. So like if I out DP, then I could use Celestial and Enforcer. And then I go ahead and attack, and then I dark effect. I saw that they sent their dark to grave, but I knew I lost her anyway, so I wasn't gonna say anything. I was like, oh, it's whatever. I said no souls. I said Griffin stops it anyhow. I actually didn't have souls in the deck at this point. I setted it out. But I was saying I had so many hand traps. But I said also, can you send me your PayPal on Discord? Gotcha, GG, and then GG's. Yep. So yeah. And also I wasn't like talking bad on Sean Pittman there. I like, you know, it's the deck and how he drew that was making me more upset, and not the player. I actually said something to a player I played against in a remote duel tournament not long ago. Shout out to him. He actually got top 4 at the YCS with Flounderies. Because he hit me with the Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, Mystic Mind strategy game 2. And then afterwards, I was like, well, at least he didn't sack me. And he was like, what do you mean? I definitely sacked you. I was like, I'm going to be honest. If it's not Shifter Map Eagle, I'm okay with it. I'm so sick of Shifter Map Eagle. I can't handle it anymore. Every single tournament, every single time I played against that deck, I swear they have it. I swear. I have people that'll vouch for me too. They've seen it. Every time. I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. Watch, it's about to happen this game 3. And then they have it, and I'm like, What'd I say every time. I hate this game. I don't actually, but I told him, cause he sacked me. He was like, I sacked you, and I was like, honestly, I'm okay with it. And I was like, if it wasn't you that sacked me, it would have been the next person. Someone's gonna sack me, you know. Yeah, that's just how Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes you just get sacked. But a lot of people also use getting sacked as an excuse when you could just play better and like you made mistakes. So like that's also something that you shouldn't do. I was just saying that because like I don't think he was playing enough hand traps in his deck. And then game 1 he just drew like a lot of engine and won the die roll. And I only drew Valor in the mirror match with prank kids, and like Valor doesn't hit pranks. And then yeah, it'd be like that. Like the first match, I got sacked by like that top deck branded fusion, but like I said, I could have still won that game. I just misplayed. So like it's not like I sacked and then lost because of the sack. I got sacked and then lost because I was bad with the deck, which is fair enough. You just got to admit when you're not good with the deck. I think I'm good with Prank Kid. I definitely forgot Dasher Summon Temple. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad, so bad, so bad. So I'm definitely gonna. I said this before. I said I'm gonna stop doing wagers late at night, and then here I am back at it again doing it. But I'm gonna do what I was doing before, where I'm gonna do them before midnight, so that way they get a lot better quality out of them. Instead of quantity, get quality, because I feel like that matters. But like I said, I'm gonna post every single wager I do, win or lose. I just posted 2 L's in one video. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be out here just posting W's, because that's just not what the game is. You know, you're not just out here always catching W's, no L's. But I did have another wager that I did with another deck that I played for the first time, so that's definitely gonna be interesting to go over. And these, I didn't have like a coach or anything for these ones because it was so late. I didn't know anyone that would be up and willing to coach me. So it was like an actual like, well, on my side it was like a one-on-one. On you know, their side they probably had like a group full of people that was helping out. And then in the next one, I went up versus Moroccan Nation, and that one, I don't know if he had a team or not, but I know that it was me and my buddy. Yeah, so it'll be cool to go over that. That should go up in a day or two. But with all that being said, shout out to Sean Pittman for being in this, and I know it kind of sounds like I hate him in this because I was like, oh, I got sacked, oh, this deck's bad, but like I don't have anything against him or anything. So yeah, you know how it is. He's from Ohio, I'm from Ohio. Ohio, stand up. Oh wait, I thought about doing this in one of my videos. It should have been the intro, but how's it go? It's like what's up, DBG crew? DBG, stand up. If you know, you know. But with that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.